In the last class, we derived Euler's equation and we solved some problems based on finding the extremum of the functional. And one more thing, these two equations are the alternate forms of Euler's equation. So, while solving the problems, normally we use Euler's equation, but in certain books they might have used this or this. So, it is same as this Euler's equation. And one more thing, if the function f does not contain x explicitly or y explicitly, they can use that particular case in these formulas and we can even simplify further down. For example, take this formula in case if this f is independent of x, then del f by del x will become 0. This term will become 0. So, derivative of something is 0 means then what is there inside the bracket will become a constant. So, they will use that directly in the problems. So, that is what mentioned here, f minus y dash into del f by del y dash is k, where k is a constant if f does not contain x explicitly. Similarly, if f does not contain y explicitly, what will happen? Del f by del y will become 0. This is a normal Euler's equation. 0 minus d by dx of something. Derivative of something is equal to 0 means that something should be a constant. So, del f by del y dash is equal to k, where k is a constant. So, like that in some problems they might have used these formulas directly, and it is nothing but an alternate form of Euler's equation. So, we can either use this depending on the situation, or you can use Euler's equation directly in the problems. Now, see this problem. Find the extremal of the functional integral x1 to x2 y dash square plus ky square dx. Okay. So, what is the given function? F of xy y dash is what is there inside the integral, that is y dash square plus ky square. And we have the Euler's equation del f by del y minus d by dx of del f by del y dash is equal to 0. So, you can find del f by del y separately, integrating partially with respect to y. So, which is a constant other than y. So, this term does not have any y, so we can hide it. So, if I differentiate this partially, I will get 0 because this is just a constant, and ky square, if I differentiate, k is just a constant, y square if I differentiate 2y. So, I will get 2ky here. Similarly, del f by del y dash. Okay. So, I am going to partially differentiate with respect to y dash. So, other term is a constant. So, y dash square if I differentiate 2y dash, and this is just a constant, you can hide it. So, whenever you are doing a partial differentiation, you can just hide those constant terms, so that by mistake you should not differentiate it. So, y dash square differentiation is 2y dash, and do not write 2y dash into y double dash, because this is not a normal differentiation, partial differentiation. Here comes a normal differentiation, d by dx of y dash. So, we are getting y double dash, that is it. 2 is just a constant, and we can take 2 common from both the sides, and 0 by 2 we can throw it to the other side. So, this is a second order differential equation, and we got d square minus k into y is equal to 0. Now, we can write the auxiliary equation as m square minus 1 k is equal to 0. But I don't know what it is, the value of k. The k value could be 0, correct? The k value could be positive, k value could be negative. So, we are going to find the solution in 3 different cases. If k is 0, then m square is 0. 2 roots are real as well as equal, right? So, in that case what I will write? C1x plus C2, because e power 0x. So, e power 0x is 1, so that is why we are writing C1x plus C2. Second case, if k is a positive value, k is equal to p square, then m square minus p square is equal to 0, m square is equal to p square, therefore, m is equal to plus or minus p. So, C1 e power plus px is one root, C2 e power minus px is another root. And third case, if k value is minus p square. So, this minus and this minus will become plus. So, m square is equal to minus p square. So, we will get a imaginary root. So, C1 cos px plus C2 sin px, because the real part will become 0, there is no real part, so e power real part. So e power 0 x into c1 cos px plus c2 sin px. So we got 3 different solutions. So this is one such problem. If you are not thorough with the value of k, then you have to look for all cases. And see this problem, find the extremal of the functional integral x1 to x2 y dash square minus y square plus 2y secant x dx. This is the question, and this is my function. We have written it. So first we are going to apply Euler's equation. Del f by del y minus d by dx of del f by del y dash is equal to 0. So if I differentiate with respect to y dash, I'll get 2y dash. This will become 0, this will become 0. So we have written it. And the first one with respect to y, so this term, it's y dash square, so this will become 0. And with respect to y means minus y square, if I differentiate, minus 2y, and 2y secant x, so 2 secant x will be there. So we got this. And we end up getting a second order differential equation, y double dash plus y is equal to secant x. This part is not at all a problem. We have seen in many problems, that is d square plus 1y is equal to secant x. So auxiliary equation is m square plus 1. Therefore m is equal to plus or minus I. Roots are imaginary and real part is 0. So e power 0x c1 cos x plus c2 sin x. Because imaginary is a plus bi. A is 0 and b is 1. So c1 cos x plus c2 sin x. This is a simple one. And this is the procedure for solving a second order differential equation using variation of parameter. Actually we have studied this also earlier. So given f of d into y is equal to phi of x, okay, and the complementary function is yc is equal to c1 y1 plus c2 y2, and we assume that y is equal to a y1 plus b y2 be the complete solution, where a is nothing but a of x and b is b of x. We have to find y1 dash, y2 dash, and w is nothing but Wronskian, that is w is equal to y1 y2 dash minus y2 y1 dash. And a dash is given by minus y2 phi of x by w, and b dash is given by y1 into phi of x by w. So if we simplify this and integrate, we will get a and b. So this a and b we will substitute in this equation to get the complete solution. So this is the procedure, that is what we are going to use it now. And now if you see this problem, we got c1 cos x plus c2 sin x as yc. Now we have to find yp. So y is equal to a cos x plus b sin x. Okay. This instead of writing a dash, we wrote a is equal to integral of. So we have put the integral sign, and this is a and this is b. Just now we saw the formula. A is minus integral of y2 phi of x by w, and b is integral of y1 phi of x by w dx, and phi of x is what we have on the right hand side. So here phi of x is nothing but secant x. Okay. So phi of x is secant x, and w, that is the Wronskian value, is nothing but y1 y2 dash minus y2 y1 dash. So y1 is nothing but cos x and y2 is sin x. So y1 dash is minus sin x, y2 dash is sin x differentiation, that is cos x. Therefore w is equal to 1. Okay. So once we got these two values, now we have to calculate a and b, because we assume that once we got this c1 cos x plus c2 sin x, we assume that a cos x plus b sin x is the complete solution. So we have to find a and b and substitute here. So this is y1, this is y2. So we have taken that, and we Wronskian is 1. So a is minus integral of, denominator is 1, so not at all a problem, sin x secant x dx, and b is integral of cos x secant x dx. So cos x and secant x is, will get cancelled, integral of 1 dx. So I will get x plus some constant k2. And this one 1 by cos, right? So sin by cos is nothing but tan. Integral of tan is log of secant x. Negative sign is there as it is, plus some constant k1. So the solution, that is y is equal to a cos x plus b sin x, we are going to substitute what is a and what is b along with the constants k1 and k2. So this is the final solution. So k1 cos x plus k2 sin x minus cos x into the value of a because the value of a has negative sign, that is why we have written plus sin x into value of b. So this is the final solution. Now you may think that whatever you have studied already, that is solving a second order differential equation, plays an important role, and I can give a gist of what you have studied already in your previous semesters. If the roots are real and distinct, m1, m2, etc. up to mn, so the solution is c1 e power m1x plus c2 e power m2x and so on. If roots are equal, c1 plus c2 plus c3 x square plus and so on, actually this is c2x, c1 plus c2x plus c3x square plus and so on, e power mx. Okay, so if the roots are same, even we saw one problem that m square is equal to 0, two roots, so coincident roots means this is a solution. And p plus iq, if the roots of complex, so e power px, it's a real part, c1 cos qx plus c2 sin qx. If this real part is 0, e power 0x, so we will write what is there inside on the bracket, that's it. And if the roots are repeated, same as what you have studied already, e power px into c1 plus c2x plus and so on, cn x power n minus 1 cos qx plus c1 dash plus c2 dash x plus and so on, plus cn dash x power n minus 1 sin qx. Most probably this will not come. All the simple ones we have done one problem based on this, and one based on this, and one based on this also. Okay, and now these are all for the nature of the roots and the complementary function. Now particular integral, remember we did one problem in this, e power ax by f of t. So what is that coefficient? I will apply in the denominator. If the denominator becomes 0, then in that case I will multiply with x, differentiate the denominator once, and then I will substitute. In case again the denominator is becoming 0, I will write x square e power ax by f double dash of a, again I will substitute. Okay, so this is the procedure. Even in case if you get sine hyperbolic or cos hyperbolic, you can change it to e power ax. So we have seen one problem in this format. And second one is if the right hand side is sin ax cos ax. So in that case we will replace d square by minus a square. Again if the denominator becomes 0, multiplying by x, it is the same case. And we did one problem again based on this. Finally this one, phi of x by f of t, where phi of x is a polynomial in x. So we did a problem having x in the numerator, that is why we divided. So that method also I explained there in the problem itself. Whatever you have studied already, the method of solving second order differential equations, basic methods only we are using here. Thank you.